Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the four-way Super Ghouls and Ghosts tournament, or well, four-way race for the tournament. This is Acidic IV,
Yeah, and Aqua's here as well.
and it's about to be a good one. It's about to be a real good one, as a matter of fact.
It should be. It's gonna be two separate races, but we just have them all. They have two happening at the same time. More the merrier, I guess, is the idea here.
Now, as far as who's racing who, is it the screens on the left are racing each other and the screens on the right are racing each other, or is it top left versus top right? Do we know?
I can't tell yet. I can't tell.
I guess it's... If it reads correctly, it'd be top left versus top right.
I think they're going to be labeled once we get into the game here.
That would be...
Once we get into the thing here.
Be very convenient.
This is like the splash page, so...
Oh god, I forgot to silent my phone. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, so it's top versus top and bottom versus bottom. All right, so side to side versus. So I guess that'd be yeah, okay. I'm guessing it's going to be labeled as such right now, but we'll see here.
Looks like we got about 3 minutes or so until the start. Nice. I like that layout. I like that layout a lot.
There it is. Yeah, so Sam versus d4gr0n, then Kelly versus Hanage on the bottom. Yeah, so this is like pretty far into the tournament. There's still going to be some more matches, but this is fairly farther in, so most of the players are pretty decent.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some, or I expect rather that we will be seeing some pretty crazy times. I'm excited.
Yeah, this is they're all matched up pretty good too.
That's true.
Like because Telio's the newer runner of SG&G with the very low time, and Hanage has a better PB, but has been kind of rusty. To put it just simply, but he's been practicing up and whatnot for the tournament specifically, so that's kind of interesting. Hanage was a really old runner of the game, so that's like new versus old down there, and then new versus new, I guess, with Sam versus d4gr0n, because they're both also like new runners essentially. I think they probably started around the same time, if I had to guess. But they have pretty similar PBs. I think they're like 30 seconds between, and Telio and Hanage, I think, are also about 30 seconds in between. So
yeah, it's definitely close.
It's all going to be evenly matched here. Basically, anything can happen. It's going to be up to what kind of how risky they're going to want to play it in some cases.
Yeah,
because of course deaths going to put you back quite a bit in this, and then it's also going to be about knowing how to recover from any mistakes. That's also really important in a race setting, and there's a lot of different ways to recover.
Recovery is a big one, because I mean, if everything goes smoothly and you just keep gold the whole time, it's not, with quotes around it, it's not really a problem. Yeah, but that very, very rarely happens.
That's ideal. I mean, that's like ideal, and that's like PB attempt how that will tend to go if you can PB. But yeah, you can still PB with the recoveries, obviously. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways to recover because you can get hit at a lot of different points. And that means that you have to reveal the chest in a certain way to get your armor back, or to get a weapon if you need to change weapons, and and to upgrade your armor again. And that's always important to get back to gold armor, because the dagger has the dragon magic. So
yeah,
that's kind of the crux of what these races are going to come down to, I think, in these last session, or rather events that we're going to be having here, as the players are better. But I think with the earlier on in the tournament, you could probably more expect like someone gets hit, like it's looking kind of bad, because they might not, they're less likely know how to recover. Like there's a lot of there's a lot of knowledge that goes into the recovering. So I think that's going to be tested here.
There's also things like, you know, the strategy behind, do I take the safety death at the checkpoint or do I risk, you know, continuing to go? So I'm pretty hyped to see, like you say, in terms of recovery, who does what and why.
Yeah, indeed.
So we should be about
ready. Yeah, we got all streams on up here, so that's awesome. And looks like we're probably gonna start soon.
I wonder if everyone's on the what you call it, the SNES/Famicom Mini, or if there's any
okay, yeah, d4gr0n's gonna be on original console. Sam Am's on SNES Mini, Telio's on SNES Mini, and Hanage, I'm most certain he's on original console. Fairly certain.
Interesting.
He's OG, so I would expect that. And plus, his feed looks a little real, I guess. His screens look kind of cropped incorrectly at the moment. We'll get that fixed, I'm sure. But yeah, SNES Mini, certainly a valid platform and whatnot. The platforms we won't be seeing are like PlayStation 2, which removes all the slowdown from Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Right, which infuriates me. The lack of lag, honestly, it tilts me full on, man. I get why people don't like the lag. I totally do. But having grown up with it, like it's part of the experience for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it is actually a crucial part of the game, as bizarre as that sounds.
Oh, certainly. It's you have to play differently without it and whatnot, with and without it.
Let's see, why the Japanese version? The Japanese version is a little bit faster. Aquas, how much faster is the ending dialogue? Is it 20?
Yeah, I can never remember the exact time, but it's something like 20 to 30 seconds around there. It's big enough that everyone who's serious about the game just plays the JP version or gets a cart. I can never remember exactly, but yeah.
I think
that's the only difference. In the title screen.
Yeah. I might switch to the Japanese version once I get a sub 45. I'm chilling in the 49 range now, so it's like the 20 seconds isn't really gonna, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna make or break.
Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean,
there's also the crosses though in the first level.
Oh yeah,
like
I guess that is.
They're the how do you say, like the Christian cross or whatever in the Japanese version, but in the American version they're the Egyptian Ankh.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I've never really noticed that.
Can you race with an emulator? I believe so.
You can.
I think there's a checkbox, right? Like whenever you submit a run, it asks you if you were on an emulator or not. You just like check the little box. Like I run mine on an emulator. Just I don't feel like digging my old console out. Plus the DualShock 4 controller, man, for the win.
I mean, with whatever works, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, on the screen here, we got Sam versus d4gr0n as a separate race, and then Telio versus Hanage as a separate race. So top versus top, bottom versus bottom. These are two separate races in one big stream, so it's pretty special. So we're just kind of more the merrier type of event going on here. It's going to be kind of interesting going back and forth between what's happening on the screen, so we'll try our best.
It looks like Butterscotch the Hard Candy wants to know what the best weapon is and why it is the torch.
Well, actually, torch, I mean, can possibly be faster than the dagger, so it's like...
There's an intense debate about that.
You gotta take away the kappa.
You know, the really great players are good with the torch. I myself, I can't really do this. I can do level 1 with the torch, and then past that, it's just like a big bowl of no. I can't do it, man. I can't do the scythe, and I can't do the hatchet. But I have seen some absolutely amazing torch play from some of the top runners, like some mind-bendingly good stuff. The takeaway I got is when you use the torch, don't let it actually hit the ground and perform its how would you say, burning attack thing.
Yeah, the flames that rise up off
yeah,
the ground.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of sprites, and it does tend to slow down the game. But like, yeah, the raw upgraded torch is really good damage when that hits directly. So that can one-shot the balloon pods in stage 1, second part of stage 1. Whereas the upgraded dagger actually takes 2. So like, it's just actually just more powerful than actually a dagger.
Can you one-shot the,
like, you know,
what you call it, the ice worms as well? Is that possible, or is it still a 2?
I don't remember. I don't remember that one. That'd be very convenient if so, though.
That would be, yeah, super convenient.
Well, sometimes I think those the icicles in the ice stage, yeah, they I think sometimes they do die to one dagger, but I'm actually not sure why that is.
They have that brutal trade-off though, where sometimes you throw a dagger at them and it just does nothing. It just rolls right on through it, and muscle memory makes you right after the dagger start running, and then you just face right into the into the ice worm.
Well, I think the interesting about the whole like torch, dagger, and the bow, like, interestingly, in the beginning of the race here, we're gonna see the players have like an opening gambit from the chest. It's gonna be one of those 3 weapons. They can't be any other weapons. So I like to think, I mean, those are like the only like actually solid weapons that can be used like through the run, and I like to think that was like a slight nod to that fact from the developers.
Like, hey, here's your best options.
Like, so, yeah, they don't want to give you, you know, like tri-blade in stage 1.
Oh,
is a weapon that goes straight up, then down, and then forward.
And it's
that would be awful.
The tri-blade is good for literally like 10 seconds of this entire game, like maximum. There's like 1 or 2 enemy placements where it's like, oh yeah, that's kind of convenient, but even then, I mean, it's more of a gimmick.
Yeah, those are just for fun. So we're off, and we're gonna see these players get the different weapons. Sam and Dagger with the dagger, and Torch, Telio, and Dagger,
some serious luck there. 3 out of 4 with a good drop.
Yeah, I mean, so you can actually manipulate your movement to get the preferred weapon, but it's frame perfect, and since you're doing multiple inputs before you grab the weapon, it's actually very difficult to manipulate that.
Yeah.
So these players, they all have like that same kind of movement that they're going for to try to get the dagger, but it's very specific. So this is stage 1, very dangerous. See what I thought. Ooh, something already happened to Sam. Sam died. Yeah, I totally missed that. Did you see what happened there?
I'm gonna be real with you. I glanced at chat for a second, looked up, and was confused.
This is what's gonna happen. But yeah, like I said, stage 1 pretty dangerous, especially the first checkpoint, because there's a lot of RNG in stage 1 with how the wolves move and how those coffins come out of the ground. And so I'm just guessing Sam had trouble with that.
And you know, from a new player perspective, like there's so much to take in with this first level. There's so many different, like there's the different enemies, the different mechanics, the ground moves under you.
Oh, they throw you right in.
Yeah,
they throw you right in.
First level, man. Super rough. The boss is not exactly a pushover either. Not say like the Hydra, which I mean, lol.
Yeah, the bird boss, yeah, definitely kind of tricky. See these guys get close to the bird and get under like the chin, where there's like a very open space to mash the daggers.
It's mind blowing to me. The hitbox on that bird's head is weird.
That's basically how you know you're watching an SNES speedrun. It's when you see that happen.
Yeah. When they're like in the beak.
Yeah. But there's a decent bit of room there. So yeah. So Sam obviously laying behind because he had the stage 1 death. Yeah, that's gonna sting a bit because stage 1 deaths suck in general.
Not as bad as an auto scroller though. Well, at least as like the level 2 auto scroller. Second one isn't as long, but
yeah. So now we'll see a lot of these guys probably go for a D boost here off the mimic chest. They all go for it. Yep.
Like clockwork.
Yeah. So you save time just climbing up the ladder, and then you also save time by skipping the guillotine cycle that they just jump past, and then they're able to manipulate the chest order to get all their armor back later on in the auto scroller. So it's pretty nice. Oh no, Sam on the death on the bird. Sam.
Oh no.
Yeah, Sam is in a very he's starting out very rough here.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be something like a 40-second time loss on top of the other stage 1 death. So yeah, very rough for Sam here. Sorry to say. But like anything can happen, but yeah, it's not going to be good for his mental fortitude either.
That's the big thing about this game that I find for myself when I'm going for the PB is once you screw up or once you get screwed over, the salt, you know what I'm saying? The salt will seep in, and it'll affect you, man.
No, that happened to me when I was doing my race in the tournament. Actually, I got really upset with myself, and it was to a fault. So I'm like, oh well, you learn from that though.
Yeah.
So that's why these races are nice to do. But yeah, like we're gonna be looking for d4gr0n to make some mistakes later on for him to catch up, essentially. But yeah, a lot of game to go here, of course.
Indeed. And there's some chatter about the nice catch. If you hold up on the D-pad when you collect the key, like even if it's been on the ground for a couple minutes, it's just laying there. As long as you're holding up when you make contact with it, it'll say nice catch.
Yeah. As far as the favorites in these races, they're all pretty evenly matched here. I'd say in general. The favorites, I'd say, for the 4-way altogether is going to be Telio. He's got the fastest PB, and then Hanage has a faster PB, but he's kind of like in rehab, SDG rehab, if you will. But and certainly an excellent player with a lot of, I'm sure he retains a lot of his knowledge on the game, so that's what makes him a favorite as well. Telio and Hanage is probably going to be the highlight race here. Once again with Sam versus d4gr0n as a race, and then Telio and Hanage, and then we have them all just racing at the same time, just for the stream. So good shit. Yeah, so you see those guys grab the gold armor. Go ahead.
I do enjoy the 4-way format. It's there's just more chance for something either really clutch or really unfortunate to happen, both of which are super entertaining.
Well, yeah, like something weird always happens in SG&G, usually due to the RNG or some type of weird mistake that the player wasn't anticipating, and it usually stings because that's just the kind of game it is.
Yep.
When you get hit, you lose your armor, despite whatever kind of armor you have on. So, and usually that results in time loss ultimately from the boss fight if you don't have the correct equipment at that point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a snowball effect essentially. So once again, like that's what makes safety and recovery so important in this tournament. On the other hand, you can play a very safe game in Super Ghouls and Ghosts and get like a 36-30.
Yeah.
But like some of these players they're just gonna be so tempted to just go for some of the faster strats that they'll end up having to take a risk. Like the fast Astaroth kills much later on. Those are kind of tricky and kind of execution heavy, and you can take those a little bit safer and whatnot. But yeah, so yeah, the action's gonna pick up here. All those guys getting the quick kill on Storm Cesaris, stage 2 boss. Very nice. That's two dagger magics and a couple more, and then it goes down. So yeah, moving into the lava section with these imps. They're gonna probably take out most of the imps coming out of the lava that they see, because they are a pretty big source of RNG in terms of how they move and behave.
Yeah.
But just taking an extra few seconds here and there just to take out all of them is going to be the best race strategy here. And I see them all pretty much going for them. Telio doesn't go for the left one, and d4gr0n takes a hit. So yeah, this is a dangerous section.
Yeah, it's not friendly. The imps in either incarnation that they come in are no joke.
Yeah, then there's Hanage taking a hit as well. Just too many screens to watch here. I didn't see exactly what happened. But we're just gonna say is either probably an imp or the flame of the Woo Bear.
Yeah, the flame will get you, especially when it's just like the one puff. You know, when you kill him right before his attack, and he just lets out that one singular sprite. And
then once again about the recoveries. So we're gonna see how these guys deal with the recovery. You can choose to continue through the stage if you've gotten the proper amount of chests, or you can just take a death and get your armor back, and probably have a more simpler recovery. And both of them take the death. So I think that's probably a wise thing to do.
It's just all around easier, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you can take another hit early on in case. So it's like it's just yeah, I agree. And they'll have I think it's yeah. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea how much faster it is actually to not do that, but.
And we're coming up soon on one of my least favorite parts of the game, which is very, very specific. It is the last goblin on the last tower. It's a source of rage for me, because, I mean, I can't count the runs that have been ended. Like, PB pace, doing good, no death on loop 2.
You just gotta just take that starter step, man. But yeah, just take it safe there. I think that's a great strategy if you're just trying to get a run in.
Now, I did try I started doing the double jump strategy instead of just walking down the last spire. That's working wonders for me.
Oh yeah.
Man,
because those goblins all spawn from the same line, and as you go down the tower, they start dropping down from a higher location. But yeah, Telio takes it pretty head on, and Telio's in the lead here. He was the only one that didn't have any mistakes, as far as I could tell. So yeah.
And he got the quick kill.
So you can see just how far ahead he is here. Ooh, d4gr0n gets hit by the last goblin that you were just talking about.
That's like it hurts my soul to watch it happen to even someone else. You know what I mean?
It's like, well, since they fall from so high, they start falling even faster from higher up. So that's why it's so dangerous. So yeah, he's looking for a one-cycle kill with the single dagger. It's a little tricky. If you're not practiced for it, you can definitely fail it, and that's gonna be a bit of another time loss. Usually, you can get it. Yeah, he gets it, and he's got to watch out for the rain as well.
It is insane to me that he can one-phase that with the regular dagger. It usually takes me 2 or 3 minimum, like late into 2.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. You gotta time your jumps and whatnot, and the dagger throws and whatnot. So, and then plus, the trick to like jumping at the end is just being in the center. That way you don't jump into the boss. So that's important to know. All right, yeah. So yeah, if just peeps be getting hit left and right, like this is the flavor of these races. d4gr0n takes a hit early on in the ghoul's stomach, and again, that's going to be a time loss.
That shield loss.
Anytime the hit happens.
Did you see Hanage with the intentional shield loss there for the lag reduction? Because that was awesome.
Yeah, the shield will be an extra lag, so if they can get rid of it, it's good.
I don't know how. I really wish there was some kind of like I guess you'd have to do it tool assisted or something, but a way to do the same run twice, one with the shield and one without, to see. You know what I mean? Like just how much time.
Yeah, you can really feel the difference if you're used to using the shield on like through the game. It is noticeable, especially on like the Goblin Tower. I think anyway, with the bats all spawning in, they'll tend to cause slowdown and whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, d4gr0n doing like a standard recovery there, getting the steel armor back. And he's gonna have to fight the Hydra without upgraded dagger, which is usually about 10 seconds slower or so.
Yeah. Hydra, though, not really. There's some bosses you need to be concerned about if you don't have the upgraded dagger, but it's not really one of them.
Yeah. And so yeah, there's Telio with the upgraded dagger. It murders Hydra pretty well. And then like, in PB attempts, you're hoping those heads kind of group up so you can get a very fast kill. That's actually a pretty big time save there. Yeah. Didn't see what happened in Hanage's, but he had...
It was a pretty quick kill.
Okay, he was upgraded, so yeah. So yeah, pretty interesting so far, I'd say. Hanage and Telio, pretty neck and neck right now.
Double flower kill, huge fan of it.
Oh yeah, just a very safe strat and good one.
And it looks cool, too. You know what I mean?
True. Just perfectly lined up. Line them up.
Alright, now let's see if round 2 with the flowers goes better.
Nice. All right. Hanage with the knowledge, with the flower confidence.
There you go.
Yeah, because the cast of the dragon magic is plus 2 seconds without lag. And then when you cast it against the flowers, it's a little bit more than that due to lag. the flowers there. So Hanage saves a couple seconds there.
That's a really long ice worm.
Icicle section here. But yeah, as the icicle segments form, their hitbox is not active yet, so you see the players run through them as they spawn in, and then they Telio missed a little jump there up the platform. Thankfully, he didn't go into the pit. Oh, Telio, he just barely dodged a woo hit. That was very, very, very close. That was gonna put him back.
Yeah,
if he had gotten hit there. Speaking of getting hit, d4gr0n takes the hit from the woo bear. Oh man, and he's just continuing through.
Deep chill is no joke, especially those flowers, man.
And very nice d4gr0n going through the flowers. Like, it's RNG, like what kind of flower patterns you get. d4gr0n accidentally goes into the spikes. That's gonna put Sam back. Sam is back and versus d4gr0n. All right, so yeah. We can just forget that Sam died twice in the stage 1. Just forget about that at this point.
Yep, he's coming back.
That's the kind of game it is. So yeah, very, very cool. So everything's pretty neck and neck between the top 2 and the bottom 2, which are 2 separate races here in a 4-way race.
Here we got, in my opinion, assuming you have gold armor, the easiest level in the game. And probably the fastest too. I mean, it's like half a dozen magic casts and you're done, boss included.
Yeah, dagger magic just too good here. Trivializing the stage mostly, except for the Astaroth kill. We'll see these guys probably go inside of Astaroth, and you gotta time the release of the dragon pretty carefully to do this cleanly. Oh yeah, like I say, Hanage, he probably released it a little bit too early, and he was inside of the foot as Astaroth became a hitbox.
Rough.
So yeah, that's
still a very quick kill, though. Yeah. I mean, credit where credit's due.
Still got the one, and then you can usually finish him off. And just terrible if you die after that point. But yeah, then so we're gonna see Hanage just he's gonna have to get his armor back, and he's gonna have to take out this bird. So he's losing something like 20 seconds on this because of that hit. And then Telio's gonna keep going.
This is not a good the level that Hanage is on here is not a good level to have lost your gold. Because with the gold you can just drag in magic, one apiece for these birds, go up. It's pretty not ideal to lose the armor before this.
Yeah, it's more complicated, most definitely. And Hanage actually jumped past the bird on the top of the stairs, which is pretty good because since he was not upgraded, that actually saved him in that situation like a good chunk of time. Yeah, he would have had to throw a lot of daggers at the bird. So slightly risky, but he's trying to catch up a little bit probably. You can expect Hanage to probably go for slightly riskier stuff occasionally, just because he has like kind of a more deep knowledge. But we'll see what happens, I guess. Mostly these guys have been playing a safer game for the most part. And then so.
Oh!
What's going on here?
Armor lost on Nebby.
Oh, okay. Not a big deal there for Telio, for the most part. I think. So he'll have to get his armor back, but not a big deal, not a huge deal. Maybe 10 seconds off that.
Someone was asking the differences in the Japanese version. The text that you're seeing right now, this quote-unquote ending sequence, this is the screen that's faster in the Japanese version. Yeah,
indeed. I think Sam was they're just paused. They're waiting for the imp. Okay, that's smart.
That imp will get you.
Yeah, so they're waiting for the imps to kind of do their thing. Very smart, because just getting hit there sucks. Still very close. Yeah, these guys are keeping it all pretty close. Top versus top is close, and Telio versus Hanage in the bottom close. So very nice. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is neck and neck pretty much.
Yeah, this is going really very, very, very entertaining, I think.
This is gonna be a clean ghost room. Oh
so
yeah.
Telio's got armor back up, and it's slightly more complicated. He has a higher chance of getting hit here, and he just gets hit. Commentator's curse. So yeah, so now Hanage he's gonna pull ahead here.
Fireball
This
to
is
the
a
toe.
bad place to be hit. So yeah, in Loop 2, the gameplay differences are some of the stage hazards are more aggressive. The skull towers, dropping the skulls here, they fall more frequently. Also, the axe pendulums in the next stage on the ship are gonna swing faster, and the Woo Bears, their flame breaths have one extra plume.
Really?
And yeah, so
I did
that's
not
kind of
know
annoying
that.
when you're doing. Yeah, that's annoying when you're trying to do the jump over the fire, the last one.
Huh.
It makes that jump a lot extra tight. So just some minor stuff like that. But you do have to be aware of it, otherwise you probably get nipped somewhere. The skull towers can already give you kind of bad RNG sometimes, but it's even riskier, I think, in the second loop. But yeah, very cool, very cool.
Chat's asking if the fire bears.
There are Grillians. Grillians is the name, I forgot, but
Brilliance.
I just call them all Woo Bears.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that time between
wow.
Sam and d4gr0n. It's.
Oh wow, Telio
It's a-
caught up. I'm not sure what happened to Hanage's side, but he caught up after taking the extra hit. That's interesting. Wasn't paying attention to what happened to Hanage, but they're back. Okay, cool. Think it'd be interesting thing here is Sam and d4gr0n at the moment. They're going through stage 1 RNG hell.
Yeah.
So it's always anything. So you might see a hit here.
The lag zone.
Watch the skull tower. Watch the skull tower patterns on these two screens. You might see them fall really fast at one point.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like they both got decent patterns. Nothing too risky there. And then the little classic speed strat there. You can skip a tidal wave cycle if you kind of just chain your jumps very, very smoothly. That's a little speedrun strat.
I think I'm gonna
Saves
start
like 5 seconds.
there. That's the
Do the shield.
Yeah.
Lose the shield in the clam there. It's a good call.
Yeah. It looks like a really solid idea.
Commentator's curse. This game is cursed already, so it's like double curse. Very nice. Okay, then we got the bosses in these two.
This is an insane pace.
d4gr0n gets a very, very clean kill. And then Sam, the rough kill. Yeah, the way you're able, the player's able to mash that quickly is the Super Ghouls'n Ghost has 2 attack buttons that you can use. So usually you can alternate, do a two finger mashing technique, or you can use your thumb, just go between the two, depending on the control setup they use. And that comes into play on that boss in particular, just being able to fire that quickly. Don't need to be good at rhythmic mashing, and particularly when you have 2 buttons that you can use for attacking. That helps. Do appreciate that they have that for the game.
I really
just
gotta start using that.
Oh yeah, it's nice, but at the same time, if you're doing the default config, I switch my grip to have my hand kind of hovering over.
Oh yeah.
They're arcade style. So if you're not used to switching your grip when you need to, then that can be kind of cumbersome if you're not used to that. But it pays off because you can. There's a number of places where you want to get a lot of daggers out quickly to kill certain enemies fast and whatnot. So it certainly pays off. Oh yeah, we got some sync going. Yeah, sync on the top dudes.
That was amazing.
Top dudes. And yeah,
It's weird watching
They're
the
at
different
red.
water levels. Like my brain is telling me they should all be, the water levels should all be the same. It's just it's really kind of throwing me off.
Yeah, like the one thing they're trying to do here is just spawn a weapon and then run past it. Once they spawn a weapon and then leave it behind, no more weapons can spawn. And that's important because getting a weapon that's not the dagger is going to be very, very punishing. Because dagger is the best weapon.
By, like, I mean, just a ridiculous margin.
It's just so effective for dealing with what the game, how the game's designed. d4gr0n is a torch specialist, so he knows how to. I mean, he knows how to use it. He's done runs with the torch, so if he gets the torch, it's not that big of a deal for him. Sam probably not as experienced. Neither Telio, maybe Hanage, but yeah. And then bow and arrow would be the next best weapon. The other ones are just going to be slow and hard to utilize effectively.
Yeah.
As much as I like the upgraded scythe, it looks really cool, and the upgraded axe looks really cool, but it's just really awkward to use since it flies up and then drops down and goes forward.
Exactly. The scythe, by all logic, should be an awesome weapon. It's just not.
Yeah, it could be a really good weapon if you could like throw two of them at a time. That'd be awesome.
You know, like I mean, it's just in its current form, it's just laughable.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Hanage.
magic's not bad, but
Hanage hit in the lava section and missed that there.
okay, hold on, pause everything. Someone in chat thinks the Tri-Blade is awesome, and it appears they're not being ironic. I
mean,
have questions.
it has its uses. I mean, it does.
I mean, yeah, but there's only like 2, and it's for 2 woo pairs. Like, I guess arguably 4 because you do 2 loops, but like, it. Oh god, it's so terrible.
It's I don't know. Like I say, all the weapons look cool when they're upgraded. The Tri-Blade included.
It's true. That is true.
And it is good against like Astaroth and Nebroth in particular, I guess.
Yeah. That's true. You can hit Nebby with it. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, it's actually like you can get like a real clean kill on them with it. Like that's the main cool thing. Let's see here. So, yeah. So since Hanage took a hit, he took the intentional death to get his armor back, and is seeing a similar recovery that's from Loop 1. Meanwhile, Sam and d4gr0n going for the Stormcester's quick kill.
And
they both get it same exact moment. Man, what a race!
And it's crazy to think, like, with everything that happened to both Sam and d4gr0n, you know, like with all those variables in place, that it would still be this ridiculous.
Yeah, it tends to even up somehow or another. It just all depends on just what happens.
Accidental lance pickup.
Ooh. Oosh. Oh my god! I hear things. I hear things shattering. Okay, that was a shield. And yeah, Sam takes a death, sadly. He looks like he accidentally stepped into the flame after getting hit. Or maybe he took an intentional death there and he didn't want to recover a different way. I'd have to say it is an accident. Oh, okay, I see Hanage. Yeah, he gets the dagger back. Okay. Yeah, I mean...
Do you hear the bell tolling? It's the bell of the last goblin. It's coming for somebody.
Well, Hanage, he's got to do two daggers on these goblins to take them out.
Yep.
Unupgraded, and you can't just jump through them like you would the unupgraded. So as you see, he's just taking it very simply here. You just can't, like, getting hit would be probably okay, but he didn't want to get hit down to the pit specifically. Telio's going to take a bit of a lead here, and this is maybe the deal breaker for their race, because Telio could just play solid for the rest at this point. And yeah, so he's going through the fire pillars very, very soundly, very well.
Those are really nice.
Oh man, Telio has the elite points. Someone just pointed that out, and his points at elite 1, 3, 3, 7. That is winning. Elite. Man.
Oh.
SCNG is pre-elite speak, though.
Oh. Death in the stomach. To be fair, that was an awful lot of obnoxious genie spawning, though. Like,
oh, no. Oh, man. Yep.
was
Hanage.
Now, one thing I don't like about this level, I don't like that occasionally if you jump into the, let's call it the rotating cage thing, there may be a genie that is spawned like below you, basically,
Yeah.
who swoops up and makes contact with you as soon as the cage opens, and thus you're vulnerable again, and like you can't really do anything.
There is a safe strat for that, in fact.
Really?
Yeah, so what you do is you just time a jump so that you land on the edge of the cage. And if you see any sign of the genie, you just wait for it to move in a certain pattern so that it doesn't hit you when you're coming in. But you got to learn that little jump setup. Yeah, there is a way, and then that doesn't even protect you from everything.
Right.
But it's actually pretty good, and it will help. It will help. These players should be using that, but you know, stuff happens.
That was a really nice recovery for the quick kill from Sam. Missed it with just the spell, but hopped in the middle and threw some daggers quick. That was awesome.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, starting to see some variance here as we approach last handful of stages.
Hydra getting melted as normal.
These players getting melted. Well, I'm out of the tournament, so I got melted pretty good myself.
Dude, yeah, same. Same though. Like it was rough.
Was rough. All right, so yeah, looking good here. Let's see. Yeah, so d4gr0n and Sam, they're very close to each other. Meanwhile, Telio pulled ahead of Hanage by a good half a minute here.
Yeah.
Probably a minute. Ooh, yeah, Telio's making some good progress there in the icicles.
As long as he doesn't get zapped by a short icicle.
Jumps over a knight, very nice.
Ooh.
That's kind of flashy maneuver.
That is pretty flashy, I like that.
Certainly doable, but also scary. Oh, that's cool. I saw Sam snipe the imp early. I've never seen that before. Right before he got into the last elevator. That's cool.
I hate those geysers in the Ghoul stomach. The pink geysers, like I hate them so much.
Yeah, in the loop they stay out longer, so you got to be careful of how you activate them. They are proximity activated. So if you activate one in a bad spot, you can just get trapped on the edge of the platform, what have you.
Do they each have a proximity sensor, or is it you trigger the first one and then they're kind of like all on a?
It's each. I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yeah, because I try and run professional occasionally, and they're an absolute nightmare on professional.
Yep.
I just end up iframing through them with the dragon magic more than not.
Indeed. That is a great strategy, because it really doesn't cause all that much slowdown there.
Yeah, because I mean it's an auto scroller, so.
Ooh! d4gr0n almost took a hit from the whoop. Oh, the whoop bear! And then he takes a hit from the bad luck flower. Ah, that's good. Let Sam catch up, probably. Oh man, yeah. So those flowers. There's one there. Like we have to jump over a spike gap. There's a strat where what you can do is you can store an upgraded dagger. I'm not sure if he was upgraded there at that point, but anyway, he got bad RNG essentially, and it's sniped him down. This is gonna let Sam make a little headway as d4gr0n has to throw multiple daggers at the icicles. Meanwhile, we got Telio staying strong. I don't think he's had a mishap since last time we checked in. So it's going to be, for Telio, it's going to be... Oh, okay, you're getting intentional death here.
That was some pretty ace armor manipulation, though. Jumping up at him, throwing the dagger, and forcing him upward. That way he wouldn't do the swoop down. Because I find, like, I die a lot to the armor swoop right there if I don't have armor. All the time.
Hmm. Yeah, so right now it's going to be, does Telio get hit on the... Does he die? Really is really how Hanage is going to take the race for their side.
Yeah.
If he takes a hit, he's still gonna win it likely. If he dies, they're gonna be. It's gonna come down to if they get hit because it's same stage now, and there's no checkpoint on that stage 7. So.
Which is brutal. Like I mean I don't really know where they put it. Because like the bird room is too close to the boss for a checkpoint, but it does feel pretty brutal still. Like,
it is. You
know?
Especially casually when trying to come back up the tower with the goddess bracelet. That's like a lot of people's downfall.
Yep.
Game. For good reason. It's pretty annoying because you have to go through the armor. Telio taking it very safely here. I think he might know that all he's got to do is play safe.
Yeah, he may have figured it out.
That's a very good strategy to see if you do some screen watching in this game, actually. Just because you can play extra safe, and if they take a death, you're probably going to be fine.
How risky do I want to play it? You know?
No rule against that. Yeah, so, yeah. He's got this. He got a good cycle right away, and he gets another good one. He's gonna get it. Looks like he's gonna get a 2 cycle here. What with the gold armor range, and yep, there goes down Sardius. So GG Telio side. It's gonna hit. He's gonna do time when the princess lands. That's the timing we're doing here. He actually wasted time by doing that little slide. I think that kind of proves he was watching the screen.
The power slide.
Because that actually wasted like 4 seconds due to the factor timing when the princess lands. But in SDA timing, it's just when Arthur stops moving. Would be a sad way to lose a race from the power slide, but a stylish way.
That would be heartbreaking. Like, yeah, you would have won, but that power slide.
Yeah, the slide is just like they just like lock the animation. Nice, Hanage clean finish behind Telio though. Actually, not even that far behind. Actually, I think he picked up a little time on him because Telio was playing extra safe. I think. Okay, shift our attention to Sam and d4gr0n here.
All right,
as they have finished. GG for Hanage, of course, and yeah, this is anything can happen right here. So let's watch these fights. Bait out the flame going down for d4gr0n. That's what you do. Movement of Astaroth is random, and also the timing, exact timing of the laser and the fire. Though it's usually around pretty rhythmic still. Oh, Sam gets Astaroth faster due to the bad movement of Asti for d4gr0n. Oh, all right. How about Nebiroth? Nebiroth moving forward for Sam. He's got to respect that. Sam has to respect that. Meanwhile, d4gr0n getting a good Nebi pattern.
Uh-oh.
He takes a hit still. He's just going in. Oh, d4gr0n went in. He knew taking the hit was good enough there. Oh, it's still not over though. The Sardius fight, RNG. Is he gonna get some good patterns or bad patterns?
And is his loss of the gold armor gonna put him at a point where he needs more phases?
That's not as big of a deal. But d4gr0n gets a good pattern right away. Sam, he takes up. Oh, Sam just
crushing it.
But d4gr0n gets the 2 cycle.
Whoa!
But Sam with the super. Oh, he doesn't get the 2 cycle. But holy crap, that was pretty close. Let's see if Sam gets 3 cycle. Of course, yeah, he's gonna. Oh, he actually missed 3 cycle. Okay, yeah. Sam with he actually is using some kind of trickier approaches off some of those patterns he got. That's cool that he learned that. A lot of different patterns from Sardius that he can do in terms of just getting up there. But yeah, so d4gr0n finishes 38 minutes, and Sam with 38:29.
Oh,
GG's to those guys and everyone.
We forgot to talk about Sardius's cape. It's black on the Super Famicom Mini. But
Oh
it's,
god,
red on everything else.
God, I forgot to look at that. That's so weird.
Like as he was on fire, I looked at the cape, like, oh.
Actually, purple. Just saying.
Telio, the man himself.
What's up,
What
you
about
guys?
purple? Yeah,
How you doing?
GG. Congrats on winning the 4-way and your race versus Hanage.
And Hanage had a good time. I was getting a little scared there, man. It seemed like we were really close the whole time.
It was good stuff. It was real good.
Yeah, I think he was catching up a little bit because it looked like you were taking the Asti and Nebby fights a little safe. Is that true?
Yeah, I took level 6 really safe, and I did 3 like Dragon Magics, and then yeah, all of level 7 I took really safe because I did have the stream up and I was looking to see where I was, and I was like, okay, I'm ahead. I just gotta play safe.
Yeah, I was actually commenting on how that's a pretty effective strat for this game in particular, due to the fact that you can get 30-second leads and whatnot depending on deaths and all that. So, yeah, it's certainly a good strat.
Yeah, it looked like I was a little bit ahead, so I was just kind of playing really safe, and I could have maybe gotten close to a PB, but I think I was on really good pace. But I started playing a little bit safe from
Yeah, 35-37. Yeah, now that I see that there.
That
Great
time is
time,
still
great
insane.
time.
Like, I mean, considering that there's a lot of difficulty to be had just in beating the game, let alone in beating the game, twice in less than 45 minutes. That's 35 is pretty crazy.
But thanks for SpeedGaming for having us. Thanks Hanage and Sam and d4gr0n for the races, and thanks you guys for the next commentary. I have to watch it back. Thanks, guys.
Oh yeah, it was a
Indeed.
good time. Thank you all for joining. This is Acidic IV. I am out. I will see you guys later on the race.
Okay, yeah, hope you enjoyed the race, and this tournament will continue. So yeah, till next time.